All right, guys, so we're gonna work on polynomial long division. So let me just backtrack a little bit and show you just regular long division because we're gonna follow the same pattern. So let's say that we were gonna divide 7 into 246. What would we do? We would say, how many times does 7 go into the very first number that it would work, which would be 24. And that goes in 3 times, which would be 21, subtract, bring down the next number, 36. 7 goes into 36 5 times. That would be 35. Subtract, and the remainder is 1. So then we would say our answer is 35 and 1/7. So that's in essence what we're going to do with just using polynomials. So let's go ahead and set this up the same way that we set this up here. So we have x squared minus 2x plus 2 going into 2x to the fourth plus 3x to the third. Now, what's missing here? Thinking back to synthetic division, we do not have an x squared term. So we're going to put in a 0x squared as a placeholder, or you could just put in plus 0. Then plus 5x, and then minus 1. So now the way that we do this, you would say, okay, how many times does 7 go into the very first term? Well, we're actually just going to use the first terms. So off to the side, we're going to say this number here, 2x to the fourth, how many times does x squared go into that? So 2x to the fourth into x squared. And that gives us 2x squared. So that is what we put up here. Now, what did we do once we did that? We would multiply this number times here, and we would subtract. So we're going to multiply this times the entire dividend here, the divisor, excuse me, and we're going to subtract. So this would be 2x to the fourth, and it should be because they're going to cancel out. 2x squared times negative 2x is minus 4x to the third. And then 2x squared times positive 2 is plus 4x squared, which is why it's important to line up and put a placeholder in there. So now we're going to subtract, which means that we need to change the signs. So then this is going to become a minus, this is going to become a plus, and this is going to become a minus. Now you can highlight just so you can see to make it easier when you're making that sign change, or if you don't have a highlight, you could just circle it. Just circle the new sign. It's totally up to you. So of course we know this is going to go away. Then here we have 3x to the third plus 4x to the third. That's 7x to the third. 0 minus 4x squared is minus 4x squared. And then we're just going to bring everything else down, just so we don't forget anything. All right, so now we're going to do the same process all over again. We're going to say 7x to the third, x squared going into that. So 7x to the third goes into x squared, which is 7x. So that lines up here. And if you're wondering, we're going to keep going until you cannot divide, basically until this degree is less than this degree. That's basically when we stop. So then we're going to multiply. Remember, we multiply and subtract. So it's going to be 7x to the third. Then 7x times negative 2x is going to be minus 14x squared. And then 7x times 2 is plus 14x. Now we're going to change the signs. So that's going to become a minus, a plus, and a minus. So I'll highlight that for you. So this, of course, goes away. And then negative 4x squared plus 14x squared is 10x squared. 5x minus 14x is minus 9x. And then, of course, we bring down the negative 1. So now these degrees are the same, which means that this will be the last time we're going to divide. So it's going to be 10x squared divided by x squared, which is equal to 10. So we put that up here. And then, of course, we're going to go ahead and multiply and subtract. So 10x squared And then 10 times negative 2x is minus 20x. 10 times 2 is 20. And then we're going to change our signs. So minus, plus, minus. So this goes away. Negative 9x plus 20x is 11x. And then negative 1 minus 20 is minus 21. So this is our remainder. So the answer is 2x squared plus 7x plus 10. And then the remainder, so plus 11x minus 21 over our divisor, which is x squared minus 2x plus 2. So that is the final answer doing long division to divide this problem. All right, so let's take a look at another one. Scroll this up. So here we want to divide this out. So we're going to go ahead and set it up. So x squared plus 1. Then in our house, remember if something's missing, we're going to put a placeholder in there. And in this case, we're missing the x squared term again. Plus 0x squared minus 2x plus 1. And now we're going to divide. So it's this divided by this. We're going to keep doing that until we can no longer do that. And that'll be x squared. So we'll line that up. And then we are going to multiply. So that gives us x to the 4th. And then x squared times 1 is just plus x squared. So we have nothing here, so I'll just put a plus 0, just as a little placeholder there. So now we're going to change our signs. Minus, minus, minus. So this goes away. Negative 3x to the 3rd minus 0 is still going to be negative 3x to the 3rd. And then 0 minus x squared is minus x squared. And then I'm just going to bring everything else down. So minus 2x plus 1. All right, so this degree is still larger than this one, so we're still going to keep going. So negative 3x to the 3rd over x squared is negative 3x. So we're going to line that up. Multiply. And then we're going to subtract it. So it's going to be minus 3x to the 3rd. Then negative 3x times 1 is minus 3x. So again, we're missing this term in here. So I'll put a 0. We're going to change the signs. So all those signs are changing. That goes. This becomes negative x squared. This becomes plus x. And then we're going to bring down the 1. So now these are exactly the same. So this is the last time we're going to divide. So negative x squared divided by x squared is equal to 1. So put that up here. Then we're going to multiply and subtract. So that's going to be x squared. And then, that's, oh, I'm sorry, this is negative 1. That's my fault. I'm sorry about that. Let me fix that. See, we all make mistakes. So that's negative 1, negative 1, negative 1. And then negative 1 times positive 1 is negative 1. There's a whole lot of negative 1s going on there. And now we're going to change the sign. So that's a plus. And then I'll put the 0 in here to minus. And then this is a plus. So then this goes away. And then x plus 0 is just x. And then 1 plus 1 is 2. And this is our remainder. So the answer would be x squared minus 3x minus 1 plus x plus 2 over x squared plus 1. And that is it. So hopefully this helps you with doing the polynomial long division. Again, before this we did synthetic division, and then of course that leads us to polynomial long division. And I will see you on the next video.